21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, review by John Maxwell. John Maxwell is a #1 New York Times best-selling author. He's a coach and speaker who sold more than 26 million books in 50 languages, numerous awards, numerous businesses. He was described by Franklin Covey in the introduction as a communicator who makes the complex simple. The purpose of the book, according to Stephen Covey, it is a manifesto for John Maxwell's teaching and his life. Maxwell describes in the introduction the contents of the books are as a toolbox, and each law a tool, and the more comfortable a leader becomes with each tool, the better leader they become. It's noted that the laws can be learned, they can stand alone, the laws all carry consequences, and the laws are a foundation for leadership. Maxwell writes in bold letters, growth equals change. The target audience, anyone who is a follower or a leader can be impacted by leadership, and therefore can be impacted by this book. It's written for anyone who wishes to become a better leader in their church, in their office, in their family, or even in their community. Strengths and shortcomings. I don't think the book had any qualifications to meet shortcomings. I don't think I'm qualified to tell Maxwell he has any shortcomings. But the strengths of the book that I found were that he uses historical leaders, historical figures, uses quotes that they had, also uses perspective that they had to make the book come alive. From Winston Churchill to Michael Jordan, John Elway, to Dean Smith, to Truett Cathy, to Franklin and Theodore Roosevelt. And there were 21 laws that he writes about. Most people ask for one thing that they could do well, but Maxwell notes to a college student that leadership requires that you do more than just one thing well. There's no quick and easy decision that is made to become a leader. Maxwell also says that in the last law, the law of sacrifice is simply you have to give up to go up. Objectives completed. He sets straight some myths of leadership. Some of those myths include leading and management is the same, as well as a few others. As the title suggests, there are 21 laws. They include influence, process, navigation, momentum, priorities, and sacrifice, just to name a few. Suggestions for further action. So one of my plans is to slow down and read this book. I'll be reading about one chapter a week, focusing in on the goals and the ideas that Maxwell suggests for those chapters and that he puts forth, and then evaluate myself and have others evaluate me to see just how I'm doing. Recommendations. I would say anyone who is in a position of leadership, either titled or not, anyone who seeks to become a better leader, either in their marriage, their family, or whatever organization they're a part of. I can't think of a single instance in which someone should not read this book if they have any inkling of leadership or if they have ever worked under a leader. Thank you.